First off, apologies. Don't worry. A lot of Dune videos are coming. I just had to deal with certain issues. I couldn't avoid them. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, I just had a lot of things I had to deal with. But don't worry. A lot more Dune materials coming. And this is a nice change of pace since there's a lot of negativity and controversies. But Dune has gotten a pretty big boost from the BAFTAs. For those wholly unaware, what are the BAFTAs? Well, putting it crudely, the BAFTAs are essentially the Oscars for the British people. But they're a little bit different because they actually include both film and television. So the BAFTAs basically merge the categories of film and television. And Dune did pretty well overall. It's being nominated for film, for sound, for casting, for a lot of the technical categories. So it did a pretty good job comparatively. It got nominated far more than some of its peers, but it is pretty shocking what it's not even getting nominations for. Probably the biggest overlook is acting, because whatever else you think about Dune, it is packed to the gills with a lot of great acting and a lot of great performances. I would bet money that Stellan Skarsgård would have gotten something, but even he's not nominated. So kind of a shocking oversight that none of the performances, not the actors, not the actresses, not lead performance, not supporting performance, nothing. They got nothing for the acting category. So that's pretty stunning because even though I don't like what Rebecca said in terms of interviews, and I honestly didn't like a lot of what she did, I would concede that if you're in a certain frame of mind, I can understand why people were blown away by her performance. I was kind of like mixed on what you did with Jessica, but yeah, I'd definitely say she earned a couple of nominations. So yeah, them being overlooked with the acting categories is strange, was very strange. And Denis also did not get nominated personally. Again, they are in Best Film, so that's better than nothing. That's kind of like a group award. And if they do win, that would be great for the whole team to win. But I don't know. I mean, Denis is pretty positively reflected in British magazines like Empire and Total Film, which I follow pretty closely. I don't have subscriptions, I don't have enough money, but whenever the magazines are available, I go and read through them pretty thoroughly. And Dune has gotten a lot of support from them. They've been on the cover quite a few times, and they've gotten pretty strong ratings from them, either 4 stars or 5 stars. And even the people who write in seem also very positive on Dune. So it does seem popular among the British public and among both minor critics and major critics. So it's kind of puzzling it didn't earn a Best Director kind of thing. But I mean, I do understand that they have to balance things out. This is primarily for the British film industry and television industry. It might seem to us that these people get enough jobs and things like that, but from the way I understand it, a lot of people are still struggling in the film and television industry in Britain, even before the virus. It's just very, very hard. They just don't get the kind of capital that Hollywood gets, even though it's pretty tough being an actor, period. It's apparently much, much harder over there in Britain. So I do understand they have to sort of nominate a lot of their own people. And sometimes the nominations, frankly, reflect prejudices and political preferences, right? They just have to try to nominate people within their own locality, within the region. I understand that. So, of course, the British actors and British actresses, I don't know. I mean, Dune did actually employ quite a few British people within its production. So, I was kind of hoping it was able to sneak in a few more nominations because I do think Denis really made an effort to get a very genuinely international cast. So, but again, it's a lot of nominations, and something is better than nothing. And again, comparatively, it's still doing very well. And I expect when they actually do the awards, it's going to do very, very well. I'd be very interested, especially with the screenplay, because that has 3 people attached: Spates, him, and Roth. He may not get it for the director, but he might have a chance as a writer. Although I do feel the screenplay was not perfect, I would say it would probably be meeting the standard that the BAFTAs have shown in the past. Because, again, they don't always pick the most popular person, they do sometimes pick the underdog. So I'll be very eager to watch the results in a couple months when they actually do the ceremony and how Dune is going to do overall. So, some very good news if you're a Dune fan, especially in Britain, of how it's shaping up to do on the BAFTAs.